Sellers, I am talking to you today, and this might be a sore subject, which is why I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how to terminate your listing agreement with a bad real estate agent. So, whether you're 2 weeks in or 3 months in and you signed a 6-month agreement and you just realize, I'm not happy with this person, I feel like they're costing me money, I don't hear from them regularly, everything they said they would do is not getting done, and now I just have to wait it out because there's no cancellation policy. Well, it's a little too late now, but moving forward, when you decide to work with someone, I do suggest that you ask them to put a cancellation clause in there. If they are not willing to do that, I'm going to say that's a red flag. I put one in every single one of my listing agreements because my golden rule is that if you aren't happy, I'm probably not happy, and I don't want to keep working with you. So if we need to cancel this for any reason, then let's cancel it. Because if I keep you and your listing hostage, you're just going to be more angry and more resentful, creating a worse working relationship. I'm clearly not going to get the house sold. I'm clearly going to not get any referrals from you. And quite frankly, you're not going to want to pay me. And that resentment in and of itself is where problems stem from. The seller's trying to wiggle out from the agreement from day one, or at least day one that they realize they don't want to be in the agreement anymore. And it just causes a whole set of problems. So number one, I do think that you should be able to add a cancellation clause if your real estate agent doesn't automatically put one in. And if they don't, that's up to you if you want to. Number two, I think you need to check for retainer fees. Most real estate agents do not have a retainer fee. I have seen a few over the years that say if you end up not closing on a house or you decide to cancel the agreement, then the seller owes the listing agent, that real estate agent, $3,000. And you have to decide if that works for you. You know, I can argue both sides. I can easily sit here and say, yeah, I would love to get a retainer fee. I don't charge for one. I think about it all the time because of how many people simply waste my time. They just want to test the market. Well, I don't take listings like that. They just want to see if they can sell it for this price. I don't take listings like that. Buyers who just want to go look at pretty houses and take Instagram videos. I don't work with that, right? So a lot of that stems to the real estate agent's business decisions. And those who decide to put a retainer fee in place, I gotta say, I admire them. I think that the people who want to work with them will move forward. I do think it's a deterrent to most people, but I also think it makes the wishy-washy people and the indecisive people step up to the plate and say, well, yeah, I'm serious. I absolutely want to buy a house or sell a house. So when you're in this bad relationship with your real estate agent, my number one tip is that you have to document things. Now, I understand that when you have that listing appointment, like the first presentation where you meet with them and you talk about price and marketing, you have them over to the house to see everything. Prior to selecting them, they're probably not giving you a list of what they plan on doing. So everything that they say they will do is just that. It's verbal. So the only thing you can do is understand that you don't actually have an agreement with the agent. You actually have an agreement with the brokerage. So you need to go to the brokerage with your paper trail. And that paper trail is going to be documents that show the communication, or at least the attempt of communication, if perhaps you've been ghosted, that you are trying to be in touch and have the business working relationship with your real estate agent, and either they're not responding or they aren't providing what they said they would, right? And part of that is you do have to be a little bit strategic and call them out. Like, I was promised weekly or bi-weekly, whichever, market reports, and it's been 3 months and I haven't received a single one, right? That's putting the paper trail in place, and then they have the option to respond to you. Now, if they call, and again, it's not in writing, I personally think that you should send an email recapping the call. That email is going to have the summary of what you guys talked about And from what I've learned over the years is that in a court of law, if somebody does not respond to an email, it means they agree. So unless that real estate agent fires back and says, "No, Lauren, I thought that I promised this. I thought we were whatever," then that's a conversation that is a different type of paper trail. But if you're trying to show that you want the real estate agent to just do what they say, then it requires you to kind of grow a pair. Sorry, but it does. To grow a pair and have the courage to talk to this person through email and call them out and say, "These are the list of things that you promised. Not a single one has been performed. I do not want to work with you." But again, you take it to the broker. Obviously, it depends on the brokerage. It depends on the agent. It depends on how new the agent is. I can certainly say I've been in situations where the broker comes to me and they ask my opinion after having the phone call with a very upset client. And it really ultimately is up to the broker, like who's right in that case. And they do not always side with the real estate agent. So that's why I say to have the paper trail. And if you're not working with somebody and you want to start this up front, I would say after that person leaves your house, you send an email, again, just a summary and a recap of what you talked about at the listing presentation. So you would say, "Hi, Lauren, thank you for coming over today to see 123 Unicorn Street. After our conversation, we talked about these are the things you would do for me." Like, take your notes while you're there. Make sure that you are prepared, because in the beginning, we all think that everything's going to go great. We're excited. It's a new opportunity. You're ready to sell your house. You interviewed this person, or maybe they came referred to you, and you're happy with the situation. You're happy with the person that you're choosing. But it's just like dating. Like, everybody's on their best behavior on the first date, second date, third date. It isn't until, I don't know how long it takes, 3 months, 6 months. It's not until you have gone down the road with this person and you kind of start to see like 1 red flag and then 2 red flags and 3 red flags. And you're like, "Oh boy, this is not what I signed up for. How do I get out of it?" Obviously, in a romantic relationship, it's a little bit different because you have the ability to break up with that person. You're in a contract. You can't just break up with them. You can't just walk away. And of course, the fear for you as the seller is that the real estate agent is going to come after you for the money they spent on marketing, I don't know how they get reimbursed for time and effort, but for something, right? And you're sitting here thinking, "You haven't done jack. I don't want to pay you." And this is why it would end up in court, which I'm guessing is exactly why I'm making this video, and you don't want to do that. So again, short and sweet, you just need to make sure that A, there's a cancellation policy in place. B, please make sure that you know if there's a retainer fee or not. And C, start documenting as soon as things start to go awry so that you can bring it to the broker and have a professional and calm meeting with the broker to explain what was promised and what isn't happening. So if you are looking for a listing agent in your city or your town, feel free to reach out. I have a link below where you can type in your name and the city, and I will put you in touch with a hidden equity agent, somebody who works like me, responds like me, and we are here to help guide and protect our clients. So short and sweet. Thank you, guys.